The government has won a confidence motion following a sometimes heated and bitter debate in the Dáil chamber over last week's fuel protests. However, it has led to a shrunken government majority after Junior Minister Michael Healy-Rae resigned from the coalition after accusing it of losing touch with the people. His brother Dáil Healy-Rae also confirmed that he would no longer be supporting the government.
Fresh fuel on the fire of the energy crisis today after Independent TD Michael Healy-Rae dramatically quit as Minister of State for Agriculture, saying he can no longer support the coalition.
Because of the way that they have behaved, voting confidence in the leader this evening, which in effect is what you're doing, I couldn't do that and be true to the people of Kerry that I've always backed, that have always backed me, and I just feel I had no choice only to do what I have done.
The now former minister's shock departure was immediately welcomed by opposition TDs, who just hours earlier had urged him to break ranks and go.
The people of Ireland have spoken, and what's left inside there is rattled left, right and centre.
Michael Healy-Rae's resignation came during a government confidence motion in response to the fuel cost crisis, which had initially seen the coalition strongly defending its position.
Our actions also amount to proportionately the largest assistance package of any European country. The closest any country comes is Spain, where the support package is over a quarter smaller. The packages in Germany and Poland are roughly 90% lower than the supports we are implementing.
We are all in government listening to the concerns of people, to our constituents and beyond. Despite the uncertainty, despite the global uncertainty, this government has acted, and we are among the first governments to respond in recent weeks.
A defence which fell on deaf ears among the opposition benches.
As you backslap, as you congratulate and flatter each other, just know that beyond your bubble, people see a government that's out of touch, refusing to listen or act in their interests.
I've met the finest people and I have friends for life. And if I had to do it all over again tomorrow, I'll be with them, because they're the real people of Ireland.
Including this pointed barb over Media Minister Patrick O'Donovan's criticism on how journalists covered the protests.
Goodbye, Viktor Orban. Hello, Patrick O'Donovan.
Government survived today's confidence motion by 92 votes to 78. But with one minister gone, there is still more fuel in the tank of this political drama. Fiach Rochiona, RT News, Leinster House.
Well, we are joined now by Michael Healy-Rae from the Oireachtas studio. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Before you went into the Dáil today to make that statement, which took most people by surprise, had you informed the Taoiseach that you were going to vote no confidence and resign?
Over the last number of days, it has been becoming evident to me the people that were protesting, these were workers. They were people who slept in tractors, who slept in lorries. These are taxpayers. They're the engine that drive this country. They have been telling me in no uncertain terms they have lost faith in this government. I couldn't be true to myself or to those people, and in particularly the people in Kerry who placed their trust in me to do their bidding at all times. I'm a servant of the people of Kerry first, and I'm a national politician also. But I have lost confidence in the leadership in the way that I think they're distanced themselves from the problems on the ground.
And had you informed the Taoiseach of that before you made that statement in the Dáil today?
I'm not going to go into the negotiations and the way this panned out over the last number of days or the last number of hours and even late into last night. But the way I'll put it to you is, I had to do what I did because it was the honest thing to do for the voters, for the taxpayers. There's real hurt out there, whether it's with contractors, whether it's farmers, whether it's housewives that really feel that the government aren't listening to them.
And you say you had negotiations with the government in recent hours. Were you told during those negotiations that if Dáil Healy-Rae voted no confidence and left the government, that you would lose your ministry?
No, absolutely. That did not happen, and that's the honest truth. That did not happen. This was a decision that I took along with my supporters, along with my family, And in conjunction with having spoken even late into last night with contractor groups, I was doing clinics late into the night before I came to Dublin overnight.
But I'm eager to find out what changed, because yesterday you posted a video on the internet in which you said that this was a good scheme, the measures were real and meaningful, and that everyone was being catered for. And you also said that you were deeply committed to doing your best from within government in the position that you were in. So what changed between yesterday and today?
I worked over the last number of days and into last weekend meeting with the different sectoral groups from farmers, contractors, and I did my best along with the Senior Minister Martin Hayden and others, my colleagues Timmy Dooley and Noel Grealish and others. We did our level best, but I feel it wasn't enough. And people talk about a rainy day fund. It is pouring now.
That's not what you said yesterday in that video that you posted. You said that they were real and meaningful and it catered for everyone.
I know exactly what I said, because I worked on every penny that was got, including backdating it to March, and I'd urge people to avail of the scheme. And I'm obviously in favour of that 525 million, but it should have been more, because there are billions on reserve, and at the moment there is a real crisis. And the whole nub of why I had to resign today was I really believe that leadership of government don't fully understand the hurt, the hardship, the anger that is out there at present with this government. And my job is to be a Teachta Dáil, a messenger of the people. I'm a servant of the people of Kerry first.
Does this show, though, you say you're a servant of the people of Kerry, but in government you represent all of the people of the country.
Of course I do.
Does this show that when the going gets tough, the Healy-Raes are more suited to opposition than they are to government?
Absolutely not, because anybody that knows me personally, they know that when the going gets tough, that's when I thrive. But at the same time, when people are telling me that they are not happy with leadership of the way this country is being ran at present, I asked in my speech in the Dáil this evening that this government and future governments, that they listen more acutely to the different sectoral groups, to the people on the street, and understand the problems and difficulties that are out there, and try to be kind and compassionate, and realise that if there is money on reserve and if people need it, better schemes should be put in place, even more so than the one I worked on.
All right, Michael Healy-Rae, Independent TD for Kerry. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Well, let's cross over to Leinster House now and speak to our political correspondent, Micheál Lehane. He's standing by. And Micheál, it was a day of high emotions, a shock resignation. You heard what Deputy Healy-Rae had to say there. What's your assessment of the state of the coalition this evening?
I think the coalition is weakened. The House hasn't fallen in, but it is weakened. And of course that comes at the end of a period where it was on the back foot, most spectacularly and dramatically last week anyway. Today, the government thought was a chance to shore up their numbers, to have those 94 TDs that are aligned to it on side. And yes, there were question marks around Danny Healy-Rae, but I think for many in the government ranks, including some very high up, judging by the calls he received afterwards, were caught off guard by this decision. There were subtle clues that something was amiss, all right, as Michael Healy-Rae was in the Dáil chamber and the Chief Whip sat beside him for several moments before he spoke, both looking dejected, it has to be said. Watching from the public gallery too was his son Jackie and his sister Rosemary, so something was about to happen, but people still across the government side were surprised. What it does show though is that the Healy-Raes, who are known for their fairly acute political nose, have concluded that the protests of last week have left them too vulnerable to stay in government, and they have really walked out on an agreement that they reached that with the government 16 months ago or more, that they would be there for the long haul, but they've concluded now that is too risky. Michael Healy-Rae saying it is the sight of grown men crying because of the cost of rising fuel that left him with no choice. There would have been local considerations too, and perhaps succession in the future around the Healy-Rae dynasty, but it is telling that people within the government believe they are vulnerable. And I suppose what that all shows is, especially at a time when there is no end in sight to the rising fuel costs and the international volatility, that the road ahead for government certainly hasn't got easier today and looks increasingly challenging.
And we will be speaking to Minister of State Timmy Dooley later in the programme. But for now, Micheál Lehane at Leinster House. Thanks indeed. Well, we are now joined by the Minister of State at the Department of Agriculture, Fianna Fáil's Timmy Dooley. And thanks indeed for joining us in studio, Minister. Michael Healy-Rae was speaking to us a short time ago. He said the government has lost its way with the people, and that is why he decided he had no confidence in this government.
Well, I'm sorry on a personal level that Michael sees it like that and that he has decided to resign. I think the important thing, though, is that the government retained a majority of 14 this evening in terms of the passage of that vote, notwithstanding the kind of difficulties that we have been through as a society over the last number of days, which finds its origins in the war in Iran.
And which were significant. We saw the blockades last week. We now have a minister resigning. We're seeing rifts between potentially the Minister for Justice and the Minister of Defence. Are we seeing cracks in the coalition?
No, I think the reality is that you see a government trying to grapple with the fallout from a war in Iran, which has put fuel prices spiralling and is having a significant impact on the lives and livelihoods of our citizens. But we're responding to the best of our ability, and you look across Europe and you see other countries attempting to make the same kind of changes, but they're not putting the same level of investment into reducing the cost of fuel that we are. So
I suppose what's making a lot of people angry, though, Minister, is the response of the government. Today, Michael Healy-Rae accused the Taoiseach of being condescending in his speech in the Dáil.
Well, look, Michael has reached a personal decision, and I don't want to get into that. He's well able to speak for himself on that. But I'm suggesting to you, every other country across Europe has seen a very significant increase in the cost of fuel. Other countries haven't responded in the same manner at all. And, you know, we recognised in the early stages, 3 weeks ago, we brought in a package of measures that have a costing on the taxpayer of 250 million, an additional 500 million this weekend. And the war is still ongoing. And we've got to be very careful that we don't put our economy in a perilous state, because who knows at what point the war will end, or what other significant shocks to the economy as a result of that are yet to play out.
You were negotiating with Michael Healy-Rae over the past few days. Was it a shock to you that he went today? When did he tell you that he was resigning, or did he?
I was surprised, I have to say, but that's a decision for Michael. He's somebody who I have good regard for. I served with him in Ógra Fianna Fáil going back more years than I think either of us would care to remember.
Was that speech the first time you heard of his intention to resign?
Yes, it was.
OK. Minister Timmy Dooley, thanks indeed for joining us on 6-1.